Hello, can you all hear me? Oh, hi, Mimi. I've missed you too. Aww. Hi, Cindy B. How are you guys doing? I've missed everybody. Very much for coming. Can you hear me? Um, I think that's first and foremost to make sure that you can hear me because Cindy B said she could. So mom has asthma, just so you guys know, and I know that I kind of outlined this. Um, Incidentally, the asthma has been much better since she's moved here on the West Coast. She definitely said that. However, we're in a period of transition where we're going from super hot, meaning it's not no longer above 110 to what we I call comfortable. Hi, Rosette. Comfortable is anywhere between 90 and 98. So that's weather-wise where we are. It happened. It wasn't gradual. It didn't go from like 112 to 108 to 100. It went from 112 one day to 90, within a day or so. And there was a lot of wind. And so I believe that's what flared up, probably one of her worst attacks since she's been here, although she says it's a mild attack compared to when she lived at home in Ohio. So she wasn't feeling well. I wanted to take the opportunity to kind of spoil her. But if you guys watch my channel, you know that when I came back from vacation, I hurt my rotator cuff on my right hand. So I was trying to be the good, dutiful daughter, but I was doing it very slowly because she still was very, you know, um, necessary in my day to day, helping me out and things. So we look like a pair. Anyway, she's feeling much better, and then I don't know what happened. I think at my job, there's some things going on in the ventilation. Um, and because of the ventilation, it's impacting a lot of us at work. They have us checking our nose drainage when we blow our nose into tissue, and so they were doing something. I don't know. It wasn't anything that was officially rolled out, but it was unofficially, said that they were checking. They were trying to see how many people were impacted because a lot of us were starting to complain about, just the temperature, just, drainage, watery eyes, things of that nature that don't usually affect us this time. Not this time, not September, perhaps in the, October, November-ish season, around harvest time. So exactly, Cindy B, it doesn't sound good. So needless to say, I was on some medication for my rotator cuff, but it really takes me out. It lays me flat, makes me nauseous, it makes me dizzy. It does take the pain away out of my arm a lot, but I mean, days are passing where I'm just laying around. I'm not wanting to do anything. And so, I have opted to deal with some of the pain because I don't like days and days passing where I feel just loopy and drugged up. So, and I think that that might have also made me susceptible to whatever kind of dust molecules are flying around. I definitely believe that there's some dust molecules and things flying around that they, didn't pre-warn us about. Because there's some work going on at the job. So that's where I've been, and I missed you guys a lot. I missed diamond painting. I'm gonna tell you guys. I know that you've heard me whine about this, and I'm going to whine about it again. Projects extremely difficult if they weren't one selected by you, and two, I guess the end result is not something that you find value in, you feel a joy in. So I know you guys are wondering where Justin is. He'll be coming in shortly. He's going to try and co-host with me tonight, but obviously you guys know that Justin had some new management changes at his job, which impacted his hours. He got a lot more work and a lot more responsibility, and so a lot of times when he comes in, he grabs his plate and he's off to take a shower and head to bed. He has started to work out. He goes to the gym. We have a gym here. And so he goes to the gym, he works out, lifts iron, then he comes in and showers. But he definitely misses diamond painting. And I think the painting. He is so tired when he gets home, Cindy B. I feel for him. But he is definitely a working man. So I don't know if you guys remember, but this was the project that Justin was working on. And as you can see, there is still a considerable amount. There's this blue area over here and a couple of orange specks, and then this little strip right here that still needs to be completed. While it is extremely sparkly, this is a project that this was a request. So because it was a request, obviously he jumped on it to get it done. When you're having fun and all of your projects that were a joy to complete, all of your projects were a ton of fun and they were your idea, then you can't wait to continue the fun when it comes to diamond painting, which is what I think his mindset was when he said, I'll jump on that and I'll get that request done. I don't think he'll be taking any additional requests at all. um, it's taken the joy, as he puts it, it's taken the joy out of just wanting to sit down and diamond paint. And I agree. When it looked like, because obviously he didn't meet the deadline. So when it looked like he wasn't going to meet the deadline, he put in more hours, and I think that created a burnout. He was putting in 2 to 3 hours in the morning, and then coming in when he got off work at night, putting in another couple of hours. You guys know Justin's very meticulous. He likes to make sure everything is lined up. This is a square, and for him, he likes for it to. I don't blame you, Cindy B. I don't blame you. And I don't think it's a great idea to do request paintings. Obviously, we give paintings as a gift, but we pick the gift and we give it because we feel that that's something we think that the recipient will enjoy. It's totally different when somebody says, "Here, I want that." And that was the case with this. So obviously he got burnt out. He was putting in a lot of time. He was trying to meet the deadline. He didn't meet it. And he got to a point where a week after the deadline, the joy was was gone. It was lost on him. So then I stepped in and I tried to do some more as well. And I got to tell you, I mean, you can see this is confetti as it is. So if you're going to give a gift, first and foremost, my recommendation is nothing with confetti. When you work on something that's extreme confetti, you're going to want to keep that. You're going to want to say, yeah, I did that. Ooh, I remember that section over there. Or it's going to have to be something that's full of love. Like I said, you picked the painting and you enjoyed working on it, knowing that you were going to give it to the recipient and how they would appreciate it. But it's very difficult when someone picks the piece, asks you to do it, and it gives you a timeline or a time frame. I jumped in and I tried to help, and I'm going to be honest. Hi, Rebecca. I got to be honest. This, trying to do this request, this has taken my joy out of diamond painting as well. So, Mom suggested that we just put it to the side. And we just say, hey, you're welcome to finish it if you want. This was a request. This was something we were doing, out of our generosity and our love for diamond painting. And we will get to it. I'll work on it a little at a time, a little here and a little there. But I have too many diamond paintings in my stash to allow this to take my joy away. So I have decided to put it to the side and work on it, every once in a while. That will be one of those labor of love paintings. But yeah, I've decided not to allow it to consume me or to consume Justin as it had been doing. And Rosette says, it started to cool down up here as well. I found that we are not using our fan and air circulation system as much because it's nice and chill. Oh, I kind of feel that way, If something feels more like a job, even if the gifter didn't intend it to be, then yeah, you shouldn't do it. Let yourself feel the joy again. That's where I'm at, Rosette. I am like, so I had bought these little paintings, and the goal was in between my big Ever Moment or my big Diamond Art Club paintings to do a small painting so that, I had something that was getting completed shorter period of started working on a smaller painting. I got back to where I couldn't wait to get it done and to work on it, to play with my diamonds and things like that again. So the goal is going to be obviously the same for Justin. I want to pick out something that I know that he will really enjoy. I'm going to get it for him and get his joy back. He comes in, he looks at, he'll sit down. He has one project that he was working on before he got the request, and I can tell he wants to get back to that, but I think he feels bad and he feels guilty that he wants to get to something before completing the request. And I'm not going to let the guilt get me. I'm excited. So with that said, I know there's a lot of us who are on like a no buy right now. They're on a no buy limit. They're limiting what they are buying and things like that. And then Diamond Art Club has discontinued some paintings. They've discontinued some of the newer paintings, and I'm confused. I'm curious. Like, is there a reason? I was trying to be so good. Well, I was trying to be good also, Rosette, but there are a couple of paintings that I would like to purchase. You guys know that Diamond Art Club has in a square goes Cafe at Night, and that was my first completion from Diamond Dots. Mine is a circle or round project. I'm being selective about what I add to my stash now. I think that's where I'm at, Cindy B. I think I'm going to try to be a little bit more selective, and I'll say, no, I have stuff here at home that I'd rather get to before I would get to that. So I do think that I want to get the Cafe at Night because it's a sweet, because I do find that Diamond Dots has a lot of sparkle, and it also was an AB. And so I would like to do a comparison between those. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and do the Cafe at Night, so I can do a comparison and I can see the distinction between maybe the Diamond Dots and their painting, their canvas, and the finished product, and cross-reference that with Diamond Art Club. So that will be interesting. They are discontinuing the Big Mandy's working on charting for regular frame sizes. Oh, well, that makes sense then. That makes sense. I like to at least know the why behind it, because I'm looking at it like, but also, because the ones that I have, I have two that are tributes. Like the one, what is her? The Daughter of Peace. I think that's Pocahontas. That one is a tribute to my grandmother. So that one's going in my room. Um, the other one that I'm going to do as a tribute is going to be, if I can get it, because I haven't purchased it yet. I was going to get, yes, the princesses. Yeah, they're really big. So I was going to get, is it the Bayou Lady? That's the other one that I would like to purchase. The Bayou Lady. The only reason why I'm getting the Bayou Lady is because I am going to purchase sparklers and the different color AB diamonds that you can get on Facebook. And I'm going to alternate out some of the color choices that I don't like. The reason why I never purchased it is because there's some color choices in there that I feel is just too busy and it's too much. Now on the painting itself on Facebook, it looks like that background is like brown with some red ribbon and things like that. When I look at the clips and pictures that were uploaded, it looks more red. It looks like all that in there is red. So I'll have to, configure how I'm going to, break that up. But I do plan on buying some of the sparklers and maybe some of the jelly AB squares and kind of rearranging and changing some things around. Rosette says, I admit I don't know how these large princess designs can be scaled down and still look okay. That's what they're doing on AliExpress. That's why people are so upset, because they're stealing these photos and they're scaling them down and they're blurry. They look like pictures of a picture, and then they've tried to chart them. So I've tried to look at the reviews after someone has purchased them, and they're not great. They're like, oh, it was so blurry. Oh, and I believe that that's why, because they took a picture of a picture and then tried to scale it down instead of having authentic charting. I didn't bite on the Halloween limited one, had it in my cart, and then decided I didn't need it. I agree with that, Cindy B. I did get the the nod for the holiday one as well. I think when it comes to maybe Valentine's Day, those holidays, I think, I'm going to steer clear of, those particular items. I would like, a longer holiday so that it can be displayed for longer. Obviously, you guys know that Christmas is going to be coming up. I have 2 projects that I would like to get to. One is a gift. It's one of the princesses. It's for my daughter. She already knows about it, and she's redecorating her room, and it's going to be designed to go in there. So that one, and then I have my 2 Christmas projects. I have Hope Runs Deep. I bought that one simply to be able to do my Hallmark movies with a glass of wine and really enjoy the movie, enjoy diamond painting. Every time I look at it, it just reminds me of having a glass of wine while diamond painting. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And then I also have my, I don't know, mystical fairy that I got from Victoria's Moon. That's around, and I'm still really excited about doing that one because I like the color choices that the painting came in. So Mimi says, I don't do Halloween. Cindy B said, I did buy 2 mystical diamond art paintings when she restocked though. Okay. And Rosette said, I'm tired of running into my peers and artists I like when I go on some of these vendor sites. Like, do they know we can see the theft? Reverse image search. And exactly. Just purchased from this shop too. I was trying to hold myself in the no-buy boat, but that fantasy picture hit me. She has nice ones. I did Paradise Cove when she opened. So I haven't, you can leave that on. I haven't because Justin hasn't eaten yet. He's when he gets off, he said that he might go to the gym and then come in. He's kind of tired. Sorry about that. That's my baby. Say hi, Tiara. She said hello. She's waving at you guys as if the camera's facing her. You want me to point? In a sec, hold on. I can't see you. Where did you go? Did I go too? Oh, there you are. That's her waving at you guys. Is that what you were doing? Peanut butter and jelly. Okay. Wow. Okay. It's chef time, huh? I like that. I haven't had peanut butter and jelly in years.
I had the last of the jelly.
Well,
We
that's
have to get more. I like the apricot, but that wasn't great.
okay. I'll get you some. Peanut butter and jelly, huh? Cindy B says, hi, Tiara. 9 a.m. Get paycheck. I say, yay, I'm an adult. I'm waiting on the wolf glow in the dark from DAC. 11:30 a.m. The fantasy art hits me, tempts me. Bye-bye, cold money. I haven't gotten a glow in the dark yet, Mimi. I don't know. I'm on the fence about glow in the dark. And the main reason is because um, the paintings at night, you know, my mind wanders, and I worry that my mind will wander. The glow in the dark will maybe be too much. I'll start to have nightmares, or I'll dream something. It just wouldn't escape me if I were to have some sort of backlash behind it. I'm laying in bed in the dark. I dream in Technicolor, so I can imagine that really occurring. It's coming out soon, from what I hear. So, how do you guys like Erica the Goober? Saturday. Are you serious? This weekend? Rebecca, I'm doing it. I'm getting it because you know how long I've wanted that. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that at all. That comes back. I'm getting a wheel on and off. Really? Yep. Me too. I'm getting it. I cannot wait. That is going to be so exciting. So you just gave me so much to look forward to. Man, oh man. I'm not going to let it pass me by this time though, Rebecca. At all. I cannot wait. Wow. Thank you. Now you've given me some excitement. I was bringing up Erica the Goober because I had a question. I know that Mrs. Coffee, she did an unboxing of the one painting. I forget the name of the painting. The girl in purple and her friend. My daughter goes at Nevada, and she is a nursing major. And when I see her and her friends all grouped up, they see, what can we do to get that out? When I seen it, I said, oh my gosh, that looks like, any one of my daughter and her friends. And so it's called Wishes. So she's so in my, my must have because it does remind me of. So I definitely want to get her. And there you go. Does anybody else have like a must-have painting that they just have to get? When Mrs. Coffee, when she was going through the colors, I was like, that's an awful. But when I look at the picture, it's really cute. So I would hate to do it, and my daughter didn't like it though. But it does remind me of her, and so we'll see. We will definitely see. So that is one that is currently in my cart. The other one that is in my cart is this. Yes. So the reason why I'm getting this is my very first completion was the Cafe but it was charted by Diamond Dots, and it is a round. They had one AB, and that was in the yellow. Um, the yellow part right there had the ABs in it, and I really want to do a comparison of the two. Let me see if I can get mine real quick, because I believe it's Andy. Yes. Okay, completed. As I said, this was Diamond Dots, and here, right here, is all of the ABs, and it was in the yellow. And so I am really just interested to see what the difference is between them. This is such a shiny, it's really shiny. And we all know that Diamond Art Club is known for its sparkle. Oof, pardon me. Its sparkle and its shine. So I'll be interested to see. Hey, Jeremy. I'll be interested to see what the difference is between the two. So, I look forward to it. This is a round, and the one from Diamond Art Club is going to be a square. So, like I said, it'll be really interesting. But I am definitely looking forward to it, to the comparison, to see. This was a joy to work on. There was no popping drills. I didn't have a whole lot of trash, and like I said, it was my first foray, so it's why I fell in love. I do love squares a whole lot better, so that's why when I seen it at first, I was like, no. Also, I get offers all the time for this piece right here. I take a lot of my artwork when I travel. I take my artwork. I'll roll it up and take it with me because I don't have, besides the picture, but the pictures I don't feel do the artwork justice. So like when I went home, I rolled my paintings with the diamonds on the outside, and I took them. And like traveling in the airport, even getting on the plane, my mom had a few of my paintings, and she was carrying them in her arm, and people were just coming up to her left and right. She liked the attention. She said, "Oh, I feel important with people coming up to me, looking at your diamonds and things." So yeah, I'm working on my Ever Moment mystery painting. The drills are heavenly. I love a painting when the drills are just beautiful. I really do. How are you doing, Jeremy? It's been a while. I've been seeing you. I know I checked on you a couple of weeks ago. um, yes, I do. I don't like popping drills. So that's why I'm glad that this is a small one. It's not popping, but I am like repositioning. I do find myself trying to straighten them. I'm not as bad as Justin with the, but what I will say is I do find myself really trying to straighten them and organize, making sure that these squares stay in line. But it was nice to come back to doing something that I really enjoy. You've been busy, huh? Well, I think it's okay. I know you're coming up on hunting season. When's the big trip? Because don't you have a big hunt coming up? Yeah. So with that said, yeah, I think Erica the Goober's wishes are cafe, the cafe at night. I definitely will buy the discontinued Bayou Lady because I have all the other, Square Princesses, so I might as well get that. Does anybody have I know that someone bought square drills, the square jelly ABs from a diamond painting with sparklers on Facebook. I've never done it ever. You haven't? It's a joy, Mimi. It's a joy when you move over, when you're doing any other like AliExpress, like Home Fun and things like that. Um, Huracan, Huracan is like here, and I'm sorry, it's like here, and then everything else, is like a tier above. So if you go from a Huracan to Home Fun to who else do I have? Dispaint to Manhui, the Rachel store, over to Ever Moment, you're gonna feel such a distinction. You'll understand the tiers. I pretty much only buy from Diamond Art Club and Ever Moment. I think we talked about that a few shows ago, but I do feel like that's pretty much where it's headed. Especially like I said, even with this one, this is a small one, so I'm not going to complain. It's a 20 by 30, but just having to reposition and move the diamonds. When you get used to, Diamond Art Club or Ever Moment, and how easy they are, the the joy of diamond painting is there, and you don't have the headaches that come with the other canvases, then you understand. So yeah, I definitely see that that's where I'm headed. Diamond Art Club, I think I told them in February, I said, it's income tax time. Come get some of this money. I'll never forget saying that to them. And they came to get people's money this year. They are, whew. So I know I've spent a bit with them. I feel like I'm an art collector, a tried and true art collector. I had a friend of mine, her and her boyfriend was here the other night. They came over and they wanted to see what it is. She was trying to explain it to him and he didn't understand. And so they came to visit and I was showing my art, like literally my completions, the pictures of gifts. And then I got to my Diamond Art Club and I started to show him the canvases. And he literally was like, man, you make me want to, go out and purchase. And he grew up in California and he said he could see like all his aunts and things really getting into it, purchasing and decorating for fashion shows. These are things that I never thought that, to use the completions for, like decorations and things like that for craft shows, for craft fairs, for fashion shows, for, receptions and ballroom style, events and things. He said that he had an aunt and she would get like a painting piece and have floral decorations around it, and it would be like a background for photos at different events. So he had my wheels turning on different things and different ways that the artwork could be used as well. And I thought that was great. And Jeremy says, I'm working on my Treasure Studio Arts Squirrel Love. Squirrel. Love these squares. Very interesting, Cindy B. He gave me a perspective that I'd never thought about. Because I do get that. My daughter had some friends over there. They had like a Bible group. And they came over, and it's been over a month or so now. And they were asking, well, what do you do with the completed work? What? And I said, I want to fill my walls. And they said, well, what are you going to do after your walls get filled? And I didn't have an answer. It's like crickets. And I said, well, I'm going to fill my walls. So those are interesting concepts of things that can be done after, the walls are filled and things. I'm still not there yet where I have a lot of pieces that it's easy for me to let go. So we'll see, I don't know. Do you guys gift a lot? That's something that I think would be ideal to visit, is whether or not you're gifting a lot, because if it's difficult when you put that time into something and you want to see it, you want to look at it. For me, I like to point back at it and say, look what I did. Yep, that was me all by myself. I did that. I remember what I was thinking when so it's something that is worth, visiting. So what's everybody working on? I've given to my daughters. Okay. What I will say, this is going to be a little off topic, but what I will say is, I do find myself sitting here. I like to either watch TV or, listen to my daughter. My daughter can be crazy sometimes. And her and my mother, the way that they act like two kids, always playing tricks on each other and always playing jokes on each other. I have done two for Christmas and might give some I already have done for presents also. Yeah, the ones I've already done I may consider, but I don't know if I'll ever take a request again. I don't know about that. It's got to be something that I like and that's like already in my wheelhouse. But as far as here, I want this. Can you get it done by such and such? I don't see that. I definitely don't see my son doing it. I tried to back him up, and I don't see me doing it. It clearly is no fun. So we'll see. In any event, my mom, I was asking her like, "What did you do today?" And so she, I think she's getting bored during the day, especially with school being back in. My daughter's in classes and stuff. I work all day. Justin's gone all day, so she's here pretty much by herself. I've been trying to get her interested in diamond painting. I don't think that that's going to be a fight that I'll win, but the battle continues. I still am engaged. So I gave her a project. The project was for her to keep me abreast of what's going on the daytime soaps. In any event, my father used to be really, really addicted to soap operas. He had a bad addiction, so bad that he had went out and had some things burned into his satellite to where he could get tomorrow's soaps the day before, and it cost like 5 grand to get that done, but he did it. And so growing up, when everyone, like Friday when that cliffhanger came, my father could just tune into this one station on Galaxy 5, because he had the old satellite, the big one where you go out and it turns and you can watch the big giant satellite turn. He had one of those. So the station was up on Galaxy 5 where they would house these future episodes so that they would be ready to air the next day or the following day. And he could get up to 2 days in advance. He would be so far ahead, especially when like holidays came, or if we had to interrupt your programming for a special report and they didn't, show it again until the next day. He would be like 2, 3 days ahead. In any event, I think it is a painting that I almost got for my swap partner. Mimi says she's taking a break. You taking a break right now or taking a break from diamond painting? Mimi, I know you said you were looking into paint by numbers. How did that go? You inspired me to look into paint by numbers. But yeah, there's been absolutely no desire to start it. Thank goodness, really cheap. They're cheaper, in my opinion, than diamond painting. And yeah, so obviously, a completed work would be great if I ever saw one. But everyone was getting into coloring, and the problem with me getting into coloring is I have to have some originality. Like I have to look at this picture and say, "Oh, I can see these colors, and I can imagine this being this color and that being that color." And I can't. I don't do that. I don't do that well. So everything would just clash. And so I figured if I moved on to paint by number, everything wouldn't clash. Everything would tie together because I'm just filling in someone else's, coloring. Gail, that's okay. Everything is all well. Thank you for checking on me, Gail. I certainly appreciate it. And welcome to the party. um, so we were talking about, I got sidetracked because I was thinking about Mimi's foray into paint by number the last time we had spoke. Anyway, I asked my mom to take on a and that project was to watch some daytime programming. Some programming that I, probably grew up enjoying and could, name characters and things like that. She watches the show and reports back. I know you guys know what I'm going to say. Reports back to me that Victor is dead. I'm like, wait, you had one job, and that job was to up on the soap. How did that translate into Victor is dead, the staple of the program? Ella from Kicking Cancer's Butt is doing a paint by number. I'm gonna have to check her out, BB. Um, yeah, Cindy B. She had one job. She come back talking about, well, he dead. Who? Victor. Victor died. I said, Mom, he's not dead. He's not dead. He probably, off. He's dead, dead. Like, there's another dead other than dead. So, you do, Jeremy? Have you posted anything? So I don't know what to say. Does anybody watch The Young and the Restless? And is he dead? Or is this another Roger Thorpe where he just kept coming back until he was gone in real life? Cindy B says, I used to tell my students, this is the chapter where the main character dies. Well, she didn't do it like that. She said, yeah, he dead. I'm like, what? So then I go online on Facebook, and that's all anybody is talking about. Somebody said, my daytime daddy, Victor Newman. I grew up, what did he say, hero worshiping him. It just died. I said, wow, this is like major. I told my mom, you got to get in there. You got to figure out what's going on, right? You got one job. She goes, I guess I ain't interested in working. so, so I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. They didn't really, but it got them to read it. Oh, I like that. I'm rolling on the floor. I love your mom. Man, I'm telling you, Rebecca, she is hilarious. And her and my daughter, they be sitting here like I don't know, but they play a lot of tricks on each other. My daughter, we went to GameWorks the other day. I think that was Sunday. GameWorks is right next door to this store called It's Sugar. And my mother, she likes chocolate covered anything. Chocolate covered nuts, chocolate covered malt balls, chocolate covered anything. So I told her that I would take her. This is how I know she shouldn't have got paid. I told her to watch The Young and the Restless, and I would treat her to anything she wanted in It's Sugar. She got what she wanted. I got Victor's dead. Anyway, we have to go through GameWorks in order to get to It's Sugar. My daughter was fooling around, and my mom was bent over looking at something. It was a video game. She's trying to understand how it works. And I hear my daughter say, hey, Grandma. And she said, what? She said, I got an emergency. She said, what? She said, let me get on your back. My daughter's way taller than my mom, and she's asking to get on her back. These two, and they're up in there just playing tricks and hijinks, tickling each other. And I'm like, quit, y'all quit. Like my kids are little all over again. So I'm with Mom. Love chocolate. Yes, she loved chocolate. She loved her chocolate covered. She told me she was. I told her to take her back this weekend, but she told me she was out, and I had some left in my bag, and I said, well, I hope that don't mean you're gonna try and start on mine. So yeah, I took mine to work, even though with this ventilation system, I still took mine to work. I couldn't breathe. I drowned trying to eat one like Is he really, Rebecca? I just don't believe that. I really don't. I don't know. That's not a good report to give somebody. I was expecting. I don't know what he cheated on Nikki again. He got another two kids. I was not expecting. Yeah, he did. I don't know what to say about this one, but you cannot kill a staple character. And if you've been on the show for more than 30 years, this is just my opinion. You guys may think different, and I will not feel any slight or any type of way. But if you've been on the show for at least 30 years, you on that show. You don't die until you die. That's how I feel. You know? So if you've been on the show for over 30 years, you just go ahead and play the character until you can't play the character no more. Look at Larry Hagman. He played, what's his name? JR. He played JR till the very end. Am I right? Anybody with me on this? Am I out here in left field all on my own? That's just how I feel. 30 years in a character, that's your character. Same thing with, what's his name? Spock. And what's the other guy's name? Captain Kirk. See, Jeremy said that's true. What about you, Peppers? You laughing at me? I watched Young and the Restless when it first started, but gave up so. Oh, Cindy B. It adds fun to your day. What else can you do? Listen to the soap while you're diamond paint. I work during the day, so I don't even get a chance to see it. But I do like updates because you know how soaps are. Unfortunately, you can go 6 months without watching the soap. You can watch 2 days, which is only 2 hours, and be caught all the way back up. And you guys know I'm right. So her job was just to get me caught up. I don't know where this came from. This Victor's dead. But I need for her to take that back. Hello all. Hugs. Hi, Robin's Diamond Painting and Crafts. How are you? We are talking about the daytime soaps and how traumatized I am because Victor has died, apparently. You know what else my mother said today? This was very, very mean. She said, baby, don't worry. You know Jack probably as his twin brother pretending to be Jack Abbott's daddy. That's what she said today. Oh. She said, finally. Did you see the body? Yes, she said she saw it. That was definitely one of the first questions I asked. She said he was laying there almost the whole episode. People were like, he's dead? He's dead? So, must be Young and the Restless. Yep, Robin, we are talking about Victor Newman, a staple on the soap. He's been on it for over 30 years. And I just told them, unfortunately, he should have just played the character until he couldn't play the character. Because I don't think when you've been on a soap that long that you should just retire. You know, I don't think you should retire and things. I mentioned JR from Dallas. He played his character all the way up. He definitely gave his fans what they wanted. So, but come see, come saw. Read that again. Okay, I'm gonna go back. He said, "Must be young and the oh." She said, "Breastless." You right. I didn't see it. Yes. Must be. That was pretty good. I did read it again. I missed it. So I yeah, so that was that show. Anybody else watching any? Do you guys watch nighttime TV? Like, I don't really watch a lot of nighttime TV. I have one show at night that I watch. That show is American Ninja Warrior. Um, I have been watching American Ninja Warrior out of I think it's been on 16 years. Out of the 16, I think I'm on 9 years. It was definitely a period of time where the show was on, like in syndication on USA or something. I've been making that joke for ages. Don't watch much. Yeah, me either. So, American Ninja Warrior, they just had their finals. The finals is always here in Mount Midoriyama, and there were two gentlemen who I had been rooting for. There's three gentlemen actually that I've been rooting for pretty much all season. Two of those three gentlemen did make it all the way to the end. One won $1 million, so that was pretty exhilarating, especially when you cheer for someone all the way through. The third guy, Grant fell off the first. When I say first, he fell off the first obstacle into the water. Do you know how disappointing that? Get halfway through, get tired out or something. He was playing around, dancing, and I don't know, fell off the very first obstacle. It was very disheartening, and I'm sure if you watch, you'll see next year because they're going to take delight in embarrassing him and showing it if he comes back next year. So Jeremy says the only TV I watch at night is westerns. Yeah, I don't have. I do like Walker Texas Ranger. I love that show comes on. I like Hell's Kitchen. I've never seen that. Cindy B says Pluto TV has a Hell's Kitchen channel. Wow, a whole channel? And it says, how come I'm not surprised? uh, yeah, lots of John Wayne. Yeah, that definitely does not surprise me, Jeremy. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I watched last night? I watched a movie with Frank Sinatra on old Moxio TV. It's all old movies. It was an old Frank Sinatra movie where he was plotting to kill the president. And oh, was that movie good? I'm gonna be honest. Frank Sinatra was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They had. I don't know if the movie was originally black and white, because this is such an old channel. It's a local old channel, but it was. It looked like how they took a movie and they added like Technicolor to it or something. It looked like it had been enhanced. Anyway, I was watching the movie, and Frank Sinatra is a good looking man. He looked really good in this movie. You could see his blue eyes, and I know who he is, and I've been a fan. I like his music, but I just thought he was very attractive in the movie. So, with that said, I ain't gonna focus on it too much because he's gone. There's not like I can beat him out to give me a free dinner or something. But I really thought he was attractive in the movie, and I was like, huh. I know that over the years people talk about his gorgeous blue eyes, but I will say he's looking pretty good in this movie. So, old movie stars. Obviously, Victor has me reminiscing over old movie stars. Who was your childhood crush? Was it a movie star? Was it someone on TV? Who did you guys just crush on and think about all the time? I think I've told you guys this before. My crush is John Travolta. I fell in love with John Travolta in 1975. I've been in love with him ever since. Me and my mom was talking about it the other day, and she brought it up. So yeah, 75, impactful. Lots of John Wayne. They show it 24 hours a day. Yeah, I didn't realize they had a Hell's Kitchen station. Been to Hell's Kitchen here in Vegas? Okay. I still have a Sinatra scrapbook in the basement somewhere. Made it 50 years ago. Man, I'm telling you, Cindy B, he is looking good in that movie. And I was sitting there like, he is kind of, oh, I see what people, his eyes are really, he just looked very attractive in the movie. Just very attractive. I'm off to bed. Night. Night, Rebecca. I'm sure I'll be harassing you sometime in the middle of the night. David Hasselhoff, Robbins, yes. David Cassidy. David Cassidy was cute, but he had a brother, a younger brother, that I thought was cuter. I can't remember Shane or Sean. I can't remember, but yeah, his brother was really attractive. Let's see. It's at Caesar's Palace, huh? I might have to go over there. I don't get to Caesar's Palace a lot. Yep, my first crush. Yeah, I bet. Good old Blue Eyes. He is a very attractive man, Cindy B. I can tell you that. We were talking about it. And my mother, I haven't heard you talk about a man this much since John Travolta. And I said, I'm never going to stop loving him. She said, I remember that first time you started loving him in 1975. I said, you remember? I thought it was just me that remembered. But yeah, I fell in love with him a long time ago. David Cassidy's birthday is the same as me, September 12th. Oh, okay. I see. I get it. Oh, and Eric Estrada. Eric Estrada was a very attractive man, but I don't think a lot of people took him serious because he knew he was attractive. I remember, I think I was in junior high or high school, and there was a lot of girls in love with him. They was going into his popularity. I think I was in high school or something, but Demi Moore. Now you have great taste. Yes, Demi Moore is gorgeous. I think there's a lot of women that like her. Date myself. You date, yeah. Girl, where have you been, sweetie? Hi, Diamond Painting with Orchid. What? Just hanging out, staring at Frank Sinatra. That's who I'm crushing on right now. And my mom told me when I mentioned it, she said, I heard you talk about a guy this much since, you only ever talk about John Travolta. So I've had a lifelong love affair with John Travolta. And I think my husband and I, we had came here to Vegas when we moved here. And we were at a restaurant, and he was with his aunt, Ellen. I don't know if they were here for business or what. We were at Caesar's Palace, and we were about to go to dinner. Anyway, I saw a gentleman that I thought was John Travolta, and I was staring at him. And my husband, he just kept saying, if you don't stop looking at them, I said, I know that face anywhere. That's my husband. That's my man. And I kept on looking and kept on looking. Eventually, he came over. He did it himself, and he kissed me on my cheek. And my husband was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to kill her. I ain't never going to be able to live this down. So, yes, if you get a chance to meet your lifelong crush, man, go for it. Go for it. Because there's nothing like it. I think I irritated everybody with that story. It's the best trip ever. I'm never going to wash this side of my face. I'm never going to change these clothes. All of that. Yeah, it was great. Probably not as old as me, Robin. Yep. So that's my story. And I don't think that I'm ever going to live with him. I think he's looking better and better, especially the fact that we're all getting older. He was on one late night talk shows a few weeks ago, and I stayed up to watch him. And I think he looks good. I really do. I think he looks really good. I mean, he's aging very nicely. So he still has my vote. That's what I'll say. Um, for me it's The Rock. Love that man. 54 on the 27. I think I got you beat. 65. I don't really tell my age, but I'm close to the half century mark. That's all I'll say. I won't tell you if I'm over it or under. Oh, Sean Connery Robbins. Now that man right there, I've met him before also. That man, oh, he is good looking. But I think he was my mom's crush, so I had to let her have somebody. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's great taste right there. Also, Sean Connery. Boy, oh boy, listen to us. Oh man, sitting here drooling over me. I don't even date in real life. Oh, oh my gosh, poor the next guy. I vowed that after me and my ex broke up, that I would wait until my daughter hit 18 before I started to try to date again. My daughter will be 18 this coming year, and she's in college, so you know that means that she can't wait for me to get, give her, just kind of give her a little bit of her, life and stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm still babying her and things. So that'll be a new foray. Like, will he have to all of my favorite movie stars? I'm so old, men will just have to put up with me because I don't see me changing. Does anybody else struggle with, dating versus, you know, wanting to be single, being independent? Love the movie Marnie. Oh, cool. Keep going. Young Sean Connery, yes. Diamond Painting with Orchid says, when I was a teen, they showed the monkeys on TV and I loved David. She said, Will Smith. Really? I always thought Will Smith was just such a cornball that he had one movie that he starred in where I thought, oh wow, he's very cute. I like him. That was Bad Boys, the first one. I felt like he played such a serious character, was so cute in that movie. Uh, he was back on TV acting like his usual self, and that ended that love affair or that crush. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't take flight. So, Will Smith, don't want or need a man. Been there, done that. Yeah, sorry, been married 27 years. Ooh. Yeah, I'm kind of where Cindy B is. But a lot of people say, I can't see you by yourself for the next however long. Plus, I want to, I know you guys know about my dream of getting an RV and getting out on the mountain somewhere. I don't want to do that alone. And my mother, I don't see her going with me. I tried to get her to go camping. I was trying to plan a camping trip next month, and she was like, "Y'all just let me know when y'all coming home. I'll have y'all a hot meal ready." She said she wasn't going, so needless to say, I don't see her taking on the adventure, climbing the mountains. I tried to get her to go hiking with us earlier in the summer when she first got here. Some dum dum on TV, he went hiking. He walks off of the trail and he ends up bitten by a snake. Why he would do that, I don't know, but he's on TV talking about he tried to get somebody to suck the poison out, and that wasn't the right thing to do, and it made his leg worse. So he ends up deterring her from wanting to go hiking. And I was like, Mom, you missed the key part. He went off of the trail. Why would we go off of the trail? And if you see a vat of snakes, we don't go towards them. So I don't know. But she didn't want to go hiking after that. We had one trip planned. We were gonna hike up at Red Rock Canyon. And we're gonna go early in the morning. I had all of the dried fruits and everything, and she said no. Ended that foray. I asked her to go camping next month. I wanted to do a weekend overnight tent camping. And she said, I ain't sleeping on the ground. I said, yeah, I don't think I'm either. I'm going to take an air mattress. And she said, no, you guys just let me know what you want to eat when you come back and I'll have it ready. So I think I lost that battle also. Anyone like to camp besides Jeremy? I know Jeremy, he's an outdoorsman. He gets out there, he hunts. Yep, I'm in Vegas. I'm actually in Henderson, but I'm the first exit out of Vegas into Henderson. I used to be deep, deep, deep in Henderson, but now I'm down by Boulder. It's like the first exit. Once was enough for me. Best part was my daughter and now my grandsons. Oh, I do. I worry about that too, Cindy B. Though it's someone trying to control over me and things like that. A few times that I dated before I made up my mind to just wait until my daughter turned 18. There was one gentleman that I had dated, and I'll never forget. He would tell me stuff like, "Why are you doing that? Stop! No, do it like this." You know what? I'm going to back up. You go ahead and do it. That's something I definitely don't like. If I can respect your way of doing things, let's extend, the what they call it, reciprocity, and make sure that you respect my way of doing things. So that ended, relatively fast. The other thing I don't like is, all these TV shows where people meet online and stuff. I don't want to meet anybody online. I feel like when they go looking online, they might be looking for something like, oh, I'm gonna find me somebody dumb. I need to get this, And then if they met you online, how many of them aren't meeting other people online? And I don't want to wonder about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place on should I date, will I date, what happens when I date, things like that. I used to camp a lot, but not anymore. Why, Gail? What happened? Yvonne says, I love Will Smith's movies. They just keep getting better. Favorite one that took my breath away was 7 months, or was it weeks? Pulled my heartstrings. You mean 7 pounds, Yvonne? I think 7 pounds. That was the weight of the heart that he donated. Howdy, neighbor in Arizona. Oh, there you go. We'll have to do a meetup. I dated a guy that was surprised when I would say, no, I don't want to do that. Whatever. He wanted someone to get. Exactly, they do. They definitely do. That's it. I started falling apart. Well, we don't want you to fall apart. You definitely don't want that. Yep. So yeah, 7 pounds, Yvonne. I saw the movie. I've only seen it once, and I only seen it once because, like you said, it tore me up. That was some real love, and wow, So I just had knee surgery. Knee surgery. Uh-oh. Did you have like what do they call it where you have to get a replacement in your joints or what? I don't know how they describe it. I know I have one knee that I need operated on. But the reason I need it operated on is because there's a bullet in there. That was a good movie. Yes, it was. It was a great movie. I liked it a lot. Anyway, speaking of good movies, did you guys see Aladdin? Anyone? I don't like to give spoilers, but I will tell you this. Great movie, must see. And I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't think that I would appreciate it. I had a torn meniscus. Oh, that sounds painful. I had a knee replacement about a year and a half ago, and arthritis. Your replacement, Cindy. What do they replace when they replace? What are they? Are they putting something in there? Are they squirting in liquid? What does that entail? Because that's my worry. Where because I have scar tissue plus I have the bullet, and then I have arthritis formulated around the knee. And so, because of that, I do worry. I have. My daughter works at a movie theater. I bet it was. Did you like it? They put in a whole new knee. Wow. I didn't know that was possible, Cindy B. I hear about knee replacements and I don't know what it means, like what it entails. It sounds painful though. I definitely am not looking forward to it. I have other stuff to worry about. I got to get this rotator cuff together so I can get off the medicine for that because that medicine is killing me. And then after that, uh, I think I do need to go ahead and get this surgery and get this knee taken care of because unfortunately I'm younger. Somebody told me we don't grow in reverse, and that's so true. So, yep. What? A bullet? Oh, yeah, Gail. Yeah, you caught that, huh? Love it. Look it up. Was painful recovery, but worth it in the end. My dad's had 3 hip replacements, 2 knee replacements, shoulder. Oh, wow. Wow. I didn't know they could do shoulders and stuff. Maybe I should get my shoulder replaced. Gail S. About, what is this? 2019. About 27 years ago, coming out of McDonald's, 2 guys were arguing in the parking lot. They pull out guns and start shooting, and I was one of 7 uh, gunshot victims. I had a bullet, well, I had 3 bullets and shell casings that lodged in my left knee. I did have emergency surgery to get as much of them out as possible, but there was a lot of swelling, and because of the swelling, they kind of just patched me up, let me start healing so that some of the swelling tissue could go down. Once it went down, I was to return, but I was walking by then and fine and didn't go back. And ever since then, I've been getting stopped in airports, getting swatted down. So, um, I was walking from my job uh, probably 4 years ago. What is this? 20? About 4 or 5 years ago, my leg gave out from up under me. I tried to get up and I couldn't. I didn't know what happened. I was scared. I thought I had a blood clot in my leg. Anyway, my job sent me over to emergency and they checked. They did all these scans. They did an MRI. And they said, "Why didn't you tell us you had a bullet in your leg?" And I said, "What?" And it was like, "You didn't never get shot." And I said, "That I didn't know there was still a bullet in there." And yeah, so there was still a bullet, actual bullet, not a shell casing, because I thought maybe it might have been a shell casing that was still in my leg. And unfortunately, it had shifted and was pressing against why my leg had gave out from under me. So the good news was there was no blood clot. The bad news was there was still a little scar tissue around it, but they saw arthritis starting to form. Yeah, and they told me that probably would be ideal to look into a specialist so I can think about getting it removed because the arthritis was not going to go away. Yep. So that was a story that I told a little more comically because I kind of gave a lot of the mindset of thinking at the time. I was out with some girlfriends and we had just left a nightclub. I was hungry. Let's go to McDonald's. Oh, look at this crowd. Oh, I'm looking good. Let me go ahead and walk on in. No, we don't need to go through the drive-through. So I gave like more of a comical side of what happened. That was just like a real quick. But yeah, in the end, boop, boop, boop. Bet you won't get out and go through instead of going through the drive-through again. So it was yeah. Ooh, I can't believe how long it's been. But that's life growing up. Obviously, you guys know I'm from Ohio, just outside of Cleveland, and that happened a lot. And I couldn't wait to move out of there because I didn't want my kids, in that environment. Although I went to a good school and came out of school early, I still had to worry just going regular place. That was McDonald's. That wasn't even a nightclub. Yep. Can I get a whole body replacement? Ooh, I would love one of those. A whole body replacement, especially the older I get. Those sound ideal. Yep. So we have some things to look forward to. I don't know if you guys were in here earlier, but my buddy Rebecca revealed that Diamond Art Club is set to re-release Island Time on the 21st. And I that was my one. I know you guys probably saw my rant. I felt bad, but I got it off my chest. And I'm shocked that what's her name, Ange from Diamond Art Club. I'm shocked that she didn't reach out to me because she saw the video and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm so sorry you didn't get it. It'll be coming back." And then she had told me about how there were some inconsistencies in the charting that they wanted to take care of. So, oh, Robin said all three of them. Are you serious? Me too, Gail. I'm sorry that happened to me too. That was uh, that was a long time ago. But the funny part of the story was, like I said, I thought I was cute back then. I think I was a size 8, and I had on a mini skirt, and so I had got shot in the leg, and I'm in the hospital room. I have my leg up, my mini skirt was pulled up. I just remember hearing my father. The police had come in to run, Tia. I will. My father was coming in. This is first time in the room after being called by my girlfriend, and the police come in to interview me and ask questions about what occurred. And I'm in there with my mini skirt pulled all the way up, and my left leg up in a it's like in my opinion, it was a handmade stirrup. It was like some sort of cloth stirrup. And my dad comes in. What the hell is going on? uh, that's all I remember. The cops were jumping. Their notebooks flew. Or we could come back and interview her. We could come back and interview her. Uh, so he didn't like that at all. He said, "They in here getting a free look. You suffering." Yep, those were the days. All right, as you guys can see. Uh-oh. You hear Diamond Art Club's doing customs for yes, Jeremy. I did hear that. I'm a Diamond member and I got the email, but I didn't know it was just for diamonds. Wow. Uh, I feel special. But yes, I did hear about the customs, and I got the email and I said, "What?" I had saw it when I logged in one day. I think it was Saturday. Seen when I was looking through, I seen a link, and it said custom, and I clicked on it, and it said something about upload a picture. And the little girl, she not a little picture of her. She was at Chuck E. Cheese, and she had slid down the tunnel. And when she come out the tunnel, I was at the other end, and I took a picture of her. She had long ponytails, and I have to find that picture and show you guys. And she came out, and it was just model-esque. And every time I see that picture, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's color. It's got lots of vibrant blues, reds, yellows, a little bit of orange and things like that. And I think it would be a real pretty diamond painting. So I've been thinking about getting that done as a custom since it's Diamond Art Club. I don't know if I would trust it to too many other companies. She said, yep, Island Time, Golden Shores, and the other one, I think it was Sea Breeze or, yes, Sea Breeze Trail or something like that. I have been saving up for those. I got both of my cats as a custom. I have two silver bangles. Cindy B says, I have two, don't have Island Time. I definitely think it's Island Time and the one that looked like a continuation. Can't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna get both. Diamond members only until they get everything working good, and then they'll open it up for everybody. Man, that's great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that custom, and I'll probably end up. I may get two of them and send one to the ex. He got slighted with the pictures. He definitely got slighted with the pictures. So he left the everything, all the photos and everything. And I was huge into technology. I used to do tech support where I would crawl around on people's floors and help fix their computers and things. So I had a lot of their photos and pictures on like floppies and CDs and things like that. And I'll never forget. He said, "I don't have no pictures of the kids." And I remember saying, "Yeah, it sucks. It sucks to be you." And so he said, "Well, you're not going to give me any." And I said, "I can make you a copy for $200." The next one got even more expensive. I can make you a copy for $300. I don't feel bad, so. Diamond River. Oh, I read that one. Finish Seize the Day. Golden Shores is next up to do. Yeah, I saw your Seize the Day, Cindy B. That is a gorgeous painting. I'll probably get to it. I don't know. Chuck Pinson has mood setting art. Like it definitely sets the mood, and I like that a lot. Sea Breeze Trail. Is that what I said? Or no, I said the wrong one. I said something trail was the other one. Yeah. Golden Shores, that's it. Island Time and Golden Shores. Those are the two that I still want. And then I want that Erica the Goober Wishes. The Cafe at Night, just to do a comparison. And then I think I will try and get a copy of Bayou Lady if she's not discontinued. So those are I just wonder, what they have next. Because everybody went on this no buy boat and they're not buying anything and we're going to hold off. And guess what? Diamond Art Club said, nope, give me that money. And they kept on with these releases and they keep hooking it up to where everybody wants to, keep collecting. And now it discontinuing pieces and other pieces take months to come back. Yeah, that's going to be very difficult to turn something down when you see it and you like it and you really want it and must have it. That's going to be difficult. So I definitely feel like they, whoever is behind their marketing, kudos to them. You should buy it now before it's gone. I definitely agree. Robbins. If you see it on there, you better get it before it's gone. Who needs to eat? Who needs to pay rent? We don't do that here. Not in this is the Diamond Painting Addiction Community, and we addicted. We're gonna feed our addictions, and we have a great pusher. Go ahead, Diamond Art Club. Come get this money. Yep. So I got to get my mom a new phone, guys. I definitely need to get her a new phone. Not that I want to stop talking about Diamond Art Club, but um, all the new releases and things are out. What are some suggestions? Like, what kind of phone do you guys have? what do you do on your phone? And does that make a difference when it comes to, what you buy? Obviously, anyone that's a YouTube creator, they want to be able to have storage. You also want to have a great high def or 4K recording capability. So I know, the type of phone that I would need in order to upgrade to, but I don't know for my mom what an ideal phone would be. It's fine. That's mom right there, guys. She in there clicking. Do you hear it? She don't. She don't want me to buy her a new phone. Yvonne said always had Samson. I One thing I know that she does, she has her shows that she likes to watch, and I want her to have a bigger screen. She's got like a 5-inch screen. I think it's time for her to go into that 6-inch realm, like all the other phones. Go big or go home. I would like to see her have a big one. You said the Apple 6 Plus. I won't update till they bring back the headphone jack. Robbins, you sound like my daughter. My daughter will not update when something is not, to her liking. You have the Apple 7 Plus. Okay. Um, I want her to switch to an Apple. I do think that getting an iPhone would be ideal. Plus, I think she needs something where, it's just fun. And I think because she's on an Android right now, and it's older model Android. And I think that just to bring back the fun and the capability with the phone, yepper, proud to be me. There you go. I like that. Um, yeah, I think that it would be. You hate iPhones? Why do you hate iPhones, Jeremy? I don't have an iPhone, and obviously, for the recording purposes. I mean, I do think they have great, quality, but I just feel like Samsung is able to capture that 4K recording capability market a little bit more. I know a lot of people that are creators, they, move into the realm of Samsung simply to help with their video quality and things. And I know Samsung allows editing on the fly, so you can edit right on your phone. So if it were me, obviously I would be looking at probably the Note 10 Plus. I only use Apple because it works with my hearing aids. Oh, okay. Yeah, they all the phones are expensive now, though. I don't like how to get the better quality one, you got to put down a bit. To get that Max S, you got to put down to if you're going to do the financing, you got to put down 350 before the taxes. That's a lot. That is a lot. You might as well pay for the phone outright, and I think the phone is $13.99. So my last phone, my son bought for me. So I will be buying this phone, my next phone. My son bought this one for me. Yep, he paid $1,000 for it. That is a Note 8, as you can see, Galaxy Note 8. Great phone. The only reason why I didn't upgrade to the 9 because there wasn't much of a difference. But yeah, he spoiled me. He said this is, how did he put it? This is birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, next 3-4 years, mama. uh, I only use Apple. Oh, yeah, I got that one. True, Jeremy. The school system I worked in for 30 years had Apple computers. So I made it simple and have all Apple products at home, too. Yeah, I used to work tech support for Apple. The only thing I don't like about Apple is their customers can sometimes be very pretentious. Like they've purchased into a, I don't know, like a league or an organization or something. All the money I paid for this, if you buy the phone, they ask you if you would like to take out Apple Care. if you opt not to take out Apple Care, then you don't get, any of the perks that come with it. When they would have problems with the phone, either after they did purchase Apple Care or after their Apple Care has expired, they would become upset. All the money I paid for this phone, you better this, you better that. Oh, you talking about hating a job. I hated that job. It paid great money, and I was able to work from home. I just, oh, goodness. I could not wait to get out of there. So that was a lot of fun. Oh, we hit the 1:30 mark. I had Androids until 4 years ago when I got the 7 Plus. We'll use it until it doesn't work anymore. All right. Well, we got about 10 more minutes. I didn't realize that time was kind of floating by. Um, in my last 10 minutes, I wanted to kind of see what everybody is doing for the holidays. Any travel plans? Is anybody going to be going anywhere besides? Jeremy, did you ever tell me about your trip, your hunting trip? Let me go back. I don't remember. If you did, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling back now. Okay, I don't see it. But I know specifically that Jeremy had a hunting trip that was coming up. Hunting starts Saturday. I knew it. I knew it was coming, and I was pretty close. So we have that hunting season. Does that interfere at all with your diamond painting? Which is obviously once we come into a new season, I always ask, does it impact how you'll diamond paint? When we transitioned from spring into summer, and my kids were out, my daughter was out of school, and we were here. I don't necessarily feel that I diamond painted less. I just diamond painted differently. I think we diamond painted more, but it wasn't so much surrounding like watching a movie. It was more centered around family time at that point. So with the holidays coming, obviously we've transitioned from summer into fall, and then there's going to be Halloween, which is it's a short, holiday season for me. It's like a week. I know other people they celebrated the whole, half of September and all of October. For me, I don't really start thinking Halloween until like Halloween. So Halloween, in my opinion, has become more of an adult holiday. Around here, there is about 6 streets here in Henderson, all grouped into one, and they have a huge Halloween focus. The focus is so huge that every 3 or 4 houses, as you walk and take the kids, they have seating, screen TVs, they have coolers full of beer, and they have one lady. She has like a bistro setting outside. You could sit down while your kids trick or treat on that street, and you can have wine. A few years ago, I think trick or treating wasn't on a Monday night. It was either on Monday night or it was on Thursday, but it was during the NFL football season. So they had their projectors where they were airing the game, and they had seating outside to where, yeah, to where you could, sit down, watch the game while your kids trick or treat. You could go into the cooler, get a couple of beers, watch the game while the kids were going door to door. So it's a really big event. However, I feel like it's more adult centered here. Yeah, the kids, they get their little fun, but they're tired. And it's a lot of walking. And the parents really look forward to going to these houses to kind of sit down, engage in, socializing. So what is Halloween like for you? Is it a big event? Do you guys celebrate? Or is it a blip in time? What does that look like for you? You think you have some friends that live here in Henderson? Wow. What part of Henderson? Do they stay over here by Sam Boyd Stadium, which is where UNLV football team plays? Do they That's where I stay, over by Sam Boyd. It's around the corner from me. Um, or do they stay further into Henderson, down by Hendertucky? I used to live down there. Yes, they call the area Hendertucky. And I think the name is self explanatory. There's a song on YouTube you can look up that describes the area. But yes, the area is called Hendertucky. And let's see what else. There is also Seven Hills. That's a gorgeous area. That's getting closer to the stadium that's being built for the Raiders. Um, yeah, but I stay right in the beginning, like the first exit, around by where the UNLV football team play, not where they practice, where they actually play at on Saturdays. Our church does. Oh, okay. Trunk or treat. I've gone there before. I don't think kids do door to door anymore. Yeah, it's difficult. Halloween isn't a big deal for me. My adult daughters love it. My oldest got married on Halloween. Yeah, Cindy B. I think it was a year or two ago on our radio station here. They were saying that Halloween is fast becoming a adult holiday. Like the costumes. If you look at the costumes, women get ridiculous. It's a lot more adult costumes and originality with the adult costumes than there are with the children's costumes. And it's fun to get dressed up and to go trick or treating, but do the kids really need to get dressed up? You could have like how she said her church does, a trunk or treat. You could really have an event without having the necessity for all of that. But as far as the costumes that the adults wear, yeah, they need a venue for that. They need a celebration. So I see why it's fast becoming more catered towards adults. Well, adults need a holiday. They definitely need a holiday. And 1 minute. Every year I get less and less trick or treaters at my door. I live in a small country town. I'm so angry. On that Halloween, the last many years, they have started to hold it over here too. So against this, as we have some called Fast Line, where the kids dress out. So I don't approve that they are coming and begging again. Yep, they definitely, they definitely, you know, I don't know. I don't know how it became the event that I don't get trick or treaters. I'm too far out in the sticks. I definitely don't get trick or treaters, but um, like I said, I do a lot more at work for it. It was the last few years. It's like I said, it's a holiday that I feel has really been about adults and having fun and things like that. At work, um, I would dress up. I wore the same costume every year. I am always a lion, and I did the makeup for. We had our own little cats play when I was in school, and I learned how to do the cat's makeup, and I helped get all of the other cats and stuff, and so I always do a lion, which is a little bit more extended, but I always do like a lion costume. So that's usually what I do every year. Same thing, same makeup. See, it says, I remember trick or treating as a kid. I remember my kid trick or treating too. Yeah, I remember trick or treating when I was in college. We went around to all the dorms remember that. All right, well, guys, it looks like we have hit over an hour and 40 minutes. I appreciate you guys all coming in and showing some love, hanging out with me. I was gonna do a poll because y'all wanted to know if this time really works for you guys, if it would be easier to get together in the mornings. I know that Rebecca, she's not here anymore. She put together a little post of everybody who's going live so that we didn't kind of step on anyone's toes, and I just wanted to see what would be best if nights were working for you guys or mornings. I didn't want to lose my audience. I have a lot of fun with you guys coming in and exchanging great ideas and giving me tips and stuff. I learned a lot tonight. I will be on Diamond Art Club first thing Saturday morning. I'm glad because this is a free check, so I definitely am going to spoil myself. And thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for hosting. I was glad I was able to catch you on. Please make sure you smash. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. And you be safe this weekend. Are you going to go live before you leave for hunting, or how's that going to work? This time is fine for me. BB, I was looking for you a couple of, I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went live and you weren't in. And I told somebody to reach out and look for you. I had missed you. So if I don't see you, Mimi, I do send people looking for you, just so you know. Well, I'm going to head on out from here, guys. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun, and I'll see you back here next week. Don't forget to hit the like button and catch me on some whipping chats. I do plan on doing a couple of those as well, okay? I don't think it'll be live because I'm late on Friday. Okay, well, Jeremy, you be safe then this weekend and have a good time, okay? Bye, guys.